Hey everybody, so I'm not in my office yet, at my house, and I wanted to come on and do this live because I was recommended to read this book, and it's called Patriarchy Stress Disorder, if you can see that. It is so mind-blowing, but I wanted to read a couple things to you guys because when people come into our office, we do scans. We want to see how they're adapting to stress, where their body is holding on to stress, and a lot of times when moms come in, if they haven't been seen during pregnancy, I ask them a lot about the stress that they're under during pregnancy. And this, you guys, this is why. So I'm going to read a couple little bits from this. So phenomenal. So she talks about researchers pipe the smell of cherry blossoms into the cages of mice. And simultaneously, they zap the mice's feet with mild electric shocks. This conditioned the mice to have a stress response to the smell. They were then bred, and the offspring were raised without being exposed to the smell of cherry blossoms. A look into the mice's heads showed that the offspring had more neurons devoted to detecting cherry blossom smell in their brains and noses. When they were exposed to the smell, the offspring became anxious and fearful. The mice were bred again, and the smell of cherry blossoms elicited the same fear and anxiety reaction in the grandchildren of the traumatized mice. Neuroscientists discovered that epigenetic markers transmitted a traumatic experience across generations, shaping their behavior according to the trauma adaptations. She goes on to say that ancestral trauma does not spring from the events in our own lives, and yet we carry it with us and pass it along to the next generations until we heal it. This trauma does not belong to us individually, but it shapes how each one of us shows up in the world today. She does go on to talk about how these experiences are lodged in our bodies. They are imprinted in the nervous system reactions that got wired to that event or experience. The body remembers feeling unsafe, and it reminds us each time this trauma gets triggered. The mind may create stories, explanations, and rationalizations, but the body never lies. And so you guys, this is exactly why we do scans, why we like people being consistent, because it's all about rewiring that nervous system. This is huge. Like, a lot of times we think we don't have stress. It might not be huge trauma in our lives. It might just be little trauma, something somebody said to us, and how all of a sudden that can elicit these stress responses. So when we are doing scans, we're trying to figure out, how is your body wired for stress? Where is it holding on to stress? And that's what makes us so different, is we really want to rewire that nervous system so it doesn't keep having these reactions. So if that is what you're interested in, we have people who call, I just want to come in once. We are probably not the people for you, right? I'm probably not the chiropractor for you. But if what you want to do is help get your body to adapt better to stress and to function at its best, rewire that nervous system, because we are the people to call. So if you found that interesting, please share it, because I think it's so cool. I love that study. I've heard about it a few times, and so I wanted to share it with you all. But if you have people like little babies, you guys, what a great time to start rewiring that nervous system right at birth. Or even better, if mom is getting adjusted during pregnancy, what better time than then and then right after they're born, to keep checking that nervous system so that we can rewire that and they're not handing it down, that ancestral trauma from generation to generation, so that we can break that cycle. So hope you guys found it interesting. Pass it along to other moms, other families, and it might start making some sense. And if you're looking for a really amazing book to read, holy cow, you guys, I do not want to put it down. It's amazing. So take care, everybody, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye.